I'm creating 6 Lego animations for Minecraft's most popular YouTubers, starting with Super Trooper.
JB, my challenge to you is to animate a base getting griefed in Minecraft with Legos. Good luck.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Before I jump straight into animating, I need to come up with a rough outline for the video. For pretension's sake, I'm not gonna tell you what that was. Just know, this is the base, and it's gonna go boom. The first shot was a very simple establishing shot with slow zoom towards the base, with a pig, cause why not? Now we need to find our griefers, which is gonna be this guy, and this guy. And then animated a close-up shot of them running across the camera. Now let's be honest. Right now you just don't really feel the scale of this Minecraft world. And what better way to fix that than an aerial shot? Now, I could just have this as a static shot and have them run across the frame one by one so I can animate it faster. Or I could animate all 3 characters running across the frame and have the camera panning from left to right, which is what I did. Next, we see the base guard getting shot down with an arrow, then a side shot of the intruders finishing him off. One griefer breaks in, lays down some TNT, runs the redstone, and torch. For the actual explosion, I decided cotton balls would work best. However, I don't have a whole lot of those, so the explosion feels a little anticlimactic to me, but maybe I'm just crazy. Lastly, I did a quick cleanup in editing, added some sound effects, then called up Super Trooper. So, you requested me to animate a base getting griefed in Lego, and this is what I have created.
Alright, I'm tapped in. No, they're gonna do bad things. They don't have good intentions. No, he's so oblivious. Oh, they killed us. Nah. That's evil.
And there we have it.
Nefarious work. Why would they do this?
You commissioned them.
I would never do that.
1 down, 5 more to go. Let's see who our next challenger is.
Hi, it's Canadian. So, I've been stuck in this escape room for a while. Look, okay, so do you see that box up there? That box is full of water, but I can't reach it. And the only other thing in the room we got is this ghast stuck in a cage. Do you think you could help me out and animate the solution in Lego? Thanks.
Nah, man, you're just stuck there. Alright, so here's my idea. I want to build up the bedrock box in Minecraft and put some ice blocks over there and see if I can like deflect a fireball into the ice blocks, break it, and then water falls down. That's what I want to do for the animation. I need to see if it's actually even possible to do it first. So I built up a bedrock box, set up this scenario with nothing but ice blocks because for some reason I thought the ice would turn into water when it was destroyed, even though he says the water's inside the box.
That box is full of water?
Realized my mistakes. The bucket is full of water. That is exactly what I'm supposed to do. Built up the correct setup, then spent 5 minutes failing the scenario until I finally got it. Yeah! That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Canadian, why did you... This challenge is so easy.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Since we now know how this is gonna work, I started by building up a Lego bedrock box. Yes, I know it looks like cobblestone. Just bear with me for the moment, okay? For this first shot, I animated Steve falling into the trap room 3 times because I didn't like the bounce animations. For the next shot, I wanted Steve to be looking around, just familiarizing himself with the area, when all of a sudden, a fireball would whiz past him in slow motion. Now, in order to make the slow motion aspect of the shot look actually decent, I grabbed this train track, built a little cart to attach a clear rod piece to, put the fireball on the rod, and attached it to the cart and slowly pushed it along the rails. After the fireball was by, I animated Steve attempting to deflect one into the ice blocks. Unfortunately, the ice blocks moved a little bit, but that's fine. Now that Steve had successfully escaped, all I had to do was add some explosion particles and sound effects in post-production, and then call up Canadian. What's up?
Hello.
Canadian, you asked me to recreate a Minecraft escape room in Lego. This is what I created.
I'm super excited. I completely forgot about this. Oh my gosh.
He has escaped.
He's escaped! Oh, thank you so much. That was so cool.
2 down, 4 to go. Next up, we have Twee Shorts.
Alright JB Films, I challenge you to animate an MLG water bucket clutch with Lego. Let's see if you can do it.
A water bucket emoji, eh? Now I could just animate a 6 millisecond clutch, or I could go the extra mile and turn this into a mini story. You thought I was gonna go with the shorter option, didn't you? Here's my idea for the story. Steve fails a water bucket clutch, he's made fun of, then he proves his doubt as well. First thing I did was draft up the quick script and sent it to Lost Studios, as he is Steve.
I'm Steve.
Then record some of my own lines.
Ha! I told you we couldn't do it.
For the first shot, I built up a little forest and animated some pigs, as well as Steve falling to his death. Since I already had this set built up, I went ahead and animated the bucket clutch 6 times! The next couple of shots can be summed up as so. Introducing the Yappers! Yeah, in case you don't understand, it's just some talking scenes. The last shot was a plateau overlooking the landscape. With all the shots complete, I went into my editing. Yeah, I think we could just skip this part and go straight to the call.
Hello.
Yo, what's up?
So, you asked me to create a MLG water bucket clutch, and this is what I've created.
All right. I'm excited.
Ha! I told you he couldn't do it.
Nah! Just shut up and give me another bucket. I'll show them.
He actually did it. And there we
That's
have
so
it.
cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That's really impressive.
3 done, 3 to go. Let's see who's next.
Alright, Mr. JB Films. You picked a redstoner, so I hope you know I'm gonna give you a pretty hard challenge to animate. I want you to make this 5x5 piston door.
Is that even possible? We'll figure it out. I started by analyzing the footage to get an idea as to how the piston animation should look. At 60 frames per second, each piston animation takes up approximately 13 to 14 frames, which is about 21.67% of the second. With that percentage, we can figure out that at 15 frames per second, there would be approximately 3.15 frames per piston. But I'm just gonna round it up to 4 just to be safe. Now that I've done my yearly simple math equation, we can order a Lego piston. It doesn't exist. Right, so I built my own custom pistons and made a test animation, which I think turned out pretty good. Then I began animating the first shot, with a pig of course. I swear, I did not intentionally try to make pigs a gag in this video. After doing a bit of walking, Steve would come across a bunker, which I animated him walking up to and pressing a button. Now, here comes the hard part, animating the entire piston door. For every single frame of this animation, I would have to take 2 frames per each frame, one with the rods and one without the rods holding up the door. From there, I could layer them on top of each other and mask the rods out. After about an hour of animating or so, I accidentally bumped the camera.
The camera definitely moves there.
Meaning, I have to redo the whole thing. Well, all I can do is secure the webcam down with this makeshift Lego stabilizer and hope for the best. Thankfully, this time around, I didn't have any issues with the camera moving. I then masked out all the frames, added in some sound effects, and called it up Crafty. Alright, Crafty, you asked me to create a redstone door opening, a 5x5 redstone door opening, and this is what I have created.
Oh.
So, here's the animation.
Here's the animation. Oh man.
And there we have it.
Can you replay it? Discord decided to lag
Oh,
the moment
are you
you open the
kidding
door. Let's see if the animation is accurate to the door. Let's do a frame by frame analysis. That sure looks accurate. Let's see, the quad extender goes down, bottom pushes it up, quad extender goes for it again. Peak,
Let's go.
peak.
4 down, 2 left. Next up is Cypro.
What's up, JB? It's Cypro, and I want you to make an animation where Steve kills the Ender Dragon. Good luck.
2 major problems here. The first being, I don't have a Lego Ender Dragon. Wait, hang on a second. Correction, I didn't have a Lego Ender Dragon. The second problem is that I don't have any Instone colored base plates. Now I could either order a bunch of tan Lego pieces or I could just recolor some green ones. I'm just gonna recolor them. Now that we have the Instone sorted out, I made a few obsidian pillars and began animating the dragon flying towards Steve. This shot turned out kinda mid, but I can't be bothered to reanimate. Oh hey look, I'm reanimating it. And oh my gosh, it looks so much better. Now that we have introduced the dragon into our animation, it's time to get onto the fun part, animating a montage. So I grabbed some 80s sounding training montage music and animated Steve breaking the end crystals, bucket clutching, and running to defeat the Ender Dragon. For the actual killing animation, I decided to have Steve cut off the Ender Dragon's head, which looks pretty cool, and there definitely isn't a version of this that looks bad. No, turn it off. Just turn it off now, please. Recoloring everything went relatively smoothly until I got to the dragon head sliding towards the camera. It didn't really want to work on a singular take, so I just color corrected it, turned it into a compound clip, color corrected it again, and so forth and so on. After adding a bit of sound effects, it was time to call up Cypro. Yellow.
Yo.
Cypro, you challenged me to have Steve killing an Ender Dragon. This is what I've come up with.
Okay, let's see it. Yo. Oh my. I didn't know endstone was orange. Bro, this is sick. With the music and everything. Oh, dude, hopefully he does a water bucket clutch. That would be so sick. Damn. Okay, he's got a ruthless. He just cut his head off.
And there we have the animation.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's fire. That is like way more high quality than I was expecting.
Last but not least, we have Canman 18.
I challenge you to animate a minecart going through a mine, and you find deep slate emerald ore and mine it.
Seems simple enough. For this animation, I wanted to light up the mineway with some torches. So I took to the internet and spent an obscene amount of time trying to find some LED torches. Once I had finally found some, I ordered them, waited 2 weeks for it to arrive, and then began building the set. Okay, just take a second to look at this. These things look so cool. After I finally finished graveling over the lights, I animated Steve rolling down the path with a custom-built minecart. I then animated a close-up shot of Steve and moved the wall to simulate movement. After one more side shot, I built up a much bigger set and placed down a custom emerald ore, which I'll make glow in post-production. Alright, I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of the animation process. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into editing. I stabilized the shots, added a glow overlay to the emerald ore, ran it through a denoiser because there was way too much noise on it originally, added in some sound effects, and for the last time, jumped into a call.
Yo.
Hello?
Cameron, you requested I animate a minecart and then Steve finds an emerald ore and mines it. Here is what I've created.
All right. Oh my god. Whoa! Well, I think that's more than 8 blocks a second. Whoa! Oh, is that? Oh! No! Holy spooky cave noise. Come on! Whoa! You're supposed to mine it with Silk Touch, bro! Bro, just mine the rarest block in Minecraft without Silk Touch. What is he doing?
Wasn't thinking. He was just like, yeah, it's a normal emerald ore. I can just mine it, you know?
God, that was fire. That was fire.
Alright, that's a wrap. Huge thank you to everyone who is willing to take part in this project, whether you're a challenger or just someone who helped me network with people. This video took nearly a year to finish, which is one of the longest projects I've done on this channel. If you enjoyed it and you want to help me like keep making high quality videos, please do consider joining memberships. It helps out a lot. Or, you know, maybe just drop a little sub and like. Anyways, I'll stop yapping now. Time to go hibernate for another 2 months.